Hello and welcome to Embrace the Deception. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a video that Kamala Harris released this morning about celebrating Kwanzaa. There are some people online calling her out already, saying that they don't believe her, because in this video, well, let's just play a little bit of the video first, and I'll tell you what other people are saying, and then I'll also tell you what I see.
Happy holidays, everyone. I wanted to take a moment to send my warmest wishes to everyone celebrating Kwanzaa. Like so many other holidays, we will be celebrating Kwanzaa a little differently this season in our home. We'll be doing it over Zoom. You know, my sister and I, we grew up celebrating Kwanzaa. Every year, our family, and our extended family, we would gather.
So that gives you the gist of it already. She's doing a video saying that this year is going to be different, celebrating Kwanzaa because of COVID, so they're going to be doing it by Zoom. And then she claims that she's been celebrating Kwanzaa since she was a little kid. A lot of people are calling her out for a number of reasons. One, she's not African American. Her dad is Jamaican and her mom is Indian. And a lot of people on Twitter are asking, why would a family that's Jamaican and Indian be celebrating Kwanzaa? Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but a lot of people thought that was odd. There was also she released this video on Twitter, and a Twitter user did a search, and apparently this is the first time that Kamala Harris has ever mentioned Kwanzaa on her Twitter account. So if she's been celebrating Kwanzaa since she was a little kid, why is today the very first time she's ever mentioned it? Again, that's not me pointing that out, that's somebody on Twitter pointing that out. But needless to say, some people have their doubts. But in addition to some of the other things that people are bringing up on Twitter, I see a couple of things just in her message in this video. Now, in the first 15 seconds or so, it's kind of an introduction, so I don't see anything really out of the ordinary. But after the 15-second mark, her blink rate doubles. And an increased blink rate is often a sign of possible deception.
You know, my sister and I, we grew up celebrating Kwanzaa. Every year, our family, and our extended family,
And I see a couple of things there too, so.
You know, my sister and I, we grew up celebrating Kwanzaa.
There's a little bit of a head shake there when she says my sister and I grew up celebrating Kwanzaa. There's a little head shake, and then there's a more obvious head shake right there every year, followed by an extended blink. So let's watch again. There's a quick head shake, then a more obvious head shake, then a little bit of an extended blink.
You know, my sister and I, we grew up celebrating Kwanzaa. Every year, our family, sister and I, we grew up celebrating Kwanzaa.
Little head shake there.
Every year,
more head shake, and an extended blink.
We would gather around across multiple generations.
So, if you're saying that you did something, but your head is shaking no, it's like your body is saying, no, I didn't. I celebrated Kwanzaa every year, and you're shaking your head. It just does not look right. And then the extended blink is a form of blocking. Like when you don't want to see something, you don't want to think about something, you're putting up a barrier. And that's similar to the increased blink rate. That's also nervousness. When a lot of people are being deceptive and they're nervous, their blink rate increases. And you can go and count in the first 14, 15 seconds of the video, she blinks 10 times. After that, from when she starts talking about how she celebrated Kwanzaa every year as a kid, the next 14 seconds, from about 22 seconds in to 36 seconds in, she blinks 20 times. Her blink rate doubles. So that is a possible sign of deception.
And we tell stories. The kids would sit on the carpet and the elders would sit in chairs, and we would light the candles, and of course afterwards have a beautiful meal.
One other thing is she's got her eyebrows up a lot, and that's the believe me look. When you're talking, you may sometimes emphasize with your eyebrows going up, but when they're up for an extended period of time, that's something people do when they're trying to convince you that I'm telling the truth. You got to believe me. The eyebrows are up for a long time. And so in the first 15 seconds of the video, we don't really see that. And then as soon as she starts talking about how she and her sister celebrated Kwanzaa, her eyebrows go up.
Happy holidays, everyone. I wanted to take a moment
there's no action
to
in the
send my
eyebrows here.
warmest
There's
wishes to
that's
everyone
just
celebrating Kwanzaa.
when they go up and then come back down, that's just a conversational signal. It's kind of like when people talk with their hands. That's not a big deal.
Like so many other holidays, we will be celebrating.
But right here, when she says so many other holidays, we will be celebrating, her eyebrows go up and then they stay up for quite a while.
So many other holidays,
right there, they go up.
We will be celebrating Kwanzaa a little differently this season
they stay
in
up.
our home. We'll be doing it
And they
over
stay
Zoom.
up.
You know, my
And they
sister
stay up.
and I, we grew up celebrating Kwanzaa.
They're still up.
Every year, our family and our extended family,
They just
we would
relax
gather
there for a
around
moment,
across
and then they
multiple
go back up.
generations. And
So she's got her eyebrows up in the believe me look for a long time. Then there's the increased blink rate. So that's two different red flags that are signs of possible deception. So we've got the believe me look, the doubled blink rate. We've got the head shaking no when she's saying we did this, no we didn't. That's 3. And then there was the elongated blink there also. So that's 4 red flags. Red flags are signs of possible deception. And that's in a very short time. So let's just look for this one more time.
we'll be doing it over Zoom.
So the eyebrows
You know,
go up and stay up.
My sister and I, we grew up celebrating Kwanzaa.
There's a little head shake, a more obvious head shake, the elongated blink, another head shake,
across multiple generations.
the rapid blink rate, the eyebrows are up again.
The kids would sit on the carpet and the elders would sit in chairs, and we would light the candles and, of course, afterwards have a beautiful meal. And of course,
I'm also not seeing a lot of eye accessing. Like when you're thinking back to the way things were, she does it a little bit. Like when she looks down, the kids were sitting on the floor and the adults were sitting in chairs. But after that, there's not a whole lot of eye accessing, like you're accessing a memory.
It's always the discussion of the 7 principles. And my favorite, I have to tell you, was always the one about self-determination, Kujichagulia.
So from here, she just talks about self-determination for the rest of the video. So there's not a whole lot of signs of deception at that point. But when she's talking about how her and her sister grew up celebrating Kwanzaa, there I see multiple red flags. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean she's lying. It's not 100%. But a lot of people on Twitter and other social media are calling her out because a number of different reasons. Her parents are Jamaican and Indian. They're not African American. Seems a little odd that they might celebrate Kwanzaa. Oh, and the fact that if she's been celebrating it her whole life, how come she never once mentioned it on Twitter until today? So people are calling that out. And then I see some body language clues that are indicators of possible deception. So some people think that she's just sharing a beautiful holiday message, and other people think that she's just pandering to people. So what do you think? If you think that she's just pandering to people and that she's not being completely honest, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. If you think that she is being completely honest and that she's been celebrating Kwanzaa with her entire family for many, many years since she was a little kid, then go ahead and hit the thumbs down button and tell me how wrong I am. Anyway, I'm not calling anyone out. I'm not calling anyone a liar, but I do see some signs of possible deception. So it is possible that she's just pandering. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.